Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be giving you a demonstration today on how I dehydrate hamburger. It's kind of like beef jerky, but it's hamburger jerky. It's very convenient to take with you when you're just out traveling around, going on vacation, going on a hike, in a hurry as a snack. Anytime you're traveling, anything like that, it's very convenient. So basically what I do is I go to my local grocery store. This is a 3-pound tube of hamburger. It's actually 73-27, so 73% lean, 25% fat. I get this one sometimes. Other times I'll get this one. This one is a 1-pound pack of it, tube actually. And you can see the difference in the diameter. So I bring them home, I put them in the freezer until they're rock solid frozen. Then I take them out. This one is a 5-pound that I've already cut some off of, stuck back in the freezer because my dehydrator was full. Anyway, I'm going to be cutting this one today to show you how I cut it with the frozen meat slicer, which I will link in the show notes below. As you can see here, I've actually sliced a couple pieces. You see how large they are. I don't know the thickness, but they're kind of flimsy, a little bit flimsy because they're still semi-frozen. So basically you're just going to put your hamburger up here like this to the slicer, and you're going to slice it. And then it'll be rolled up like so. So you want to gently unroll it and then lay it on your trays. I do use a paper towel because this is the guard that's supposed to hold the meat, but I don't like it very well. It does not work good for me. So I just use basically a paper towel. It's not electric, so it's not dangerous. My hands are way back. It's good to go. And some of them will be like this one that kind of got really thin and it's really hard to open it up. So I may just stick it over here on this sheet. And then these are more uniformed. But like I said, I have to be really careful or they'll break because they're very brittle right now since it's still so frozen. Sometimes I just let them sit here rolled up for like maybe 5 minutes extra, then I unroll them. So basically, like I said, you're just going to kind of unroll them just a little bit, let them sit there. Once they have thawed out, more so. Okay, so I'm just going to slice some more of this so you can, well, not that one. Slice some more so you can see it's getting easier to slice because I'm getting towards the end of the roll, which is more thawed than the middle of the roll. So again, it's rolled up like a piece of lunch meat kind of, and you just want to gently unroll it. Just lay it down. Don't totally unroll it, but just gently unroll it a little bit and then lay it down on the tray, and then it will kind of flatten itself out as it starts to thaw out a little more. And you see how much I had to begin with. This is kind of what I'm down to now. And you can see how this one's not as tightly rolled up, but I'll just kind of give it a little gentle unroll, just enough so I can put it on my tray. And then, like I said, I am going to let them sit out for just a few minutes until they open up and unroll a little bit more. And then I will season them with some Redmond's real salt. And then I will put them in the dehydrator. sometimes if it like kind of mashes and becomes sort of like mush, then you've let it set out too long. It should cut and slice really good like I just showed you with this frozen meat slicer. This blade is very sharp. This is this here is the guide, and this is the blade above it. So, as you can see, I have put my hamburger out. I have it on 5 trays currently, and it's begun to thaw out more so it's not as curled up as it was. It's kind of laid down now. And as you can see, if I pick up a piece of it, it's pretty flimsy. I don't really know how much, I don't know what the diameter is of it or the width of it. I don't know how to tell you that, but you'll know. You just play with it a little bit and you'll figure it out. So I've got everything put on my trays now. I'm going to be seasoning this with Redmond's Real Salt. This is popcorn powdered salt. Has nothing to do with popcorn. That's just what they call it. It is a powdered salt. I am carnivore, and I like clean products with very little ingredients. So Redmond's Real Salt is, in my opinion, the best salt on the market. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to come in with my Redmond's in my salt shaker here, and we're just going to gently salt each piece of it like so. Come over to the dehydrator, slide it in on the shelf. We're going to continue to do this with all the trays. Going to just keep salting them all. Not a lot of salt. Sometimes I actually salt them after they're done, just depending. Some do better than others. And each person's taste is different depending on how little or how much salt you like, or how little salt you like. So we're going to put a little bit on this last tray. Then I am going to put that in the last slide of the dehydrator. I'm going to get the top, which looks like so. I'm going to slide it in. I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to set it for 12 hours at 159 degrees because that's as high as my dehydrator goes. I will link the type of dehydrator that I use in the show notes below. Again, Redmond's Real Salt. Just put it in a salt shaker. Basic hamburger, $73.27. If you do some and you like it, let me know what you think. Comment below. Again, please subscribe, like the video, and thanks for checking out my channel. Have a great day. If you have ideas on other content you would like me to do a video on, please comment in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. One last thing I forgot to say at the end of the dehydrator thing. I always say the dehydrator is locked, loaded, I set it and forget it. Tomorrow morning it will be amazing carnivore bliss. It will be hamburger chips and it will be dehydrated. They will be fabulous. Okay guys, so here we go. Next morning, 12 hours later, the dehydrator ran last night. It cut off this morning. The house smells absolutely amazing anytime there's dehydrated meat cooking. So basically we're going to come in, open up the dehydrator, and here's what we have. Here is our meat chips, as you can see. The hamburger chips, they turned out really amazing. If you pick them up, you can see the diameter, if you can see that next to my hand. They're pretty large. I don't know if you can hear the crisp, but they're very crisp. They're literally like a chip. I did salt them just a little bit beforehand, and sometimes I'll salt them a little bit afterwards. Just depends on you, the way you like your, if you like little or more salt. It just, you know, everybody's different. Some people like no salt, some people like a lot of salt. They're very crispy, very crunchy. Like I said, they all came out perfect. You see, they do shrink a little bit during the process, just simply because any meat that you dehydrate will shrink a little bit. I actually have a little ribeye in here as well because we did the top shelf with some ribeye. So here's some slabs of some ribeye. Check out my dehydrating ribeye. I also have a video on the channel about that. And then I have a little bit of some dehydrated pork loin over here this morning. Also there again, nice crispy chips. They're absolutely fabulous. They travel well. You can take them anywhere. A lot of times I take mine if I'm going to be going and I may not have the opportunity to have a carnivore meal, then I've always got dehydrated meat with me. So just a quick recap. This is my dehydrator. I'll link it down in the bottom. It has 9 trays. They are plastic. My next one will probably be stainless steel. It does have a motor. The fan is in the back of the dehydrator, so it blows across all the meat this direction. The one I used to use when I very first started was the white plastic one that had the little motor in the bottom, and the fan would blow up. Those do not work well at all. I do not recommend those. I would recommend the fan in the back of the unit and blow across all of the meat. Okay, so just to recap really quick, this is basically hamburger. I bought a tube of hamburger at the local grocery store. This one is $73.27, so that way I've got my fat content there. I bring the tube home, put it in the freezer, freeze it. Once it's frozen, I cut the plastic off, and then I literally slice it with the frozen meat slicer, okay? Then it goes into the dehydrator for 12 hours at 159 degrees. This is a 1 pound pack, so you can see it would be smaller chips than what the end result of these would be. Just depends on what your grocery store has and which ones you want to make, and you know what your end result wants to be or needs to be. So anyway, if anybody has any questions, please comment below, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, subscribe, and thanks for tuning into my channel. Hope you have a great day.